Well, welcome everybody back to the Flying Dog House. I thought it might be fun to have a bit of a play with, say, intentions. I subscribed, I guess, about 2 weeks ago, so I have the premium subscription plan here, and it's been a ton of fun. So if you're thinking about it, I thought this one might tickle your interest. So, full disclosure, I am not sponsored by Say Intentions. I'm just a happy customer. So I thought we'd have a fly so you could see for yourself what the experience is like. And then if it intrigues you, then I would encourage you to go download the free trial, and hopefully you'll decide, like I did, to subscribe. So we're sitting on the ground in Greensboro at Piedmont Triad International, KGSO, my old stomping ground. And we're going to have a fly in the Cessna 414. So one of the things that I have been talking about in the I Wish Someone Would Have Told Me series of videos, pick an airplane and stick to it. So for me, right now, for an extended period of time, it's going to be this Cessna 414. Because it's fun, and it's good, and I like flying it. So find something you like to fly it all the time. Alright, so how should we kick this off? Let's jump in the plane. Okay, here we go. So, like I said, we are sitting on the ramp in Greensboro. And let me get a few things situated here. So it won't take long to get the aircraft started. Get my fuel gauges ready to rock. Okay, got left and right on. Mixture is good. RPM set, which is good. Crack the throttle. Have a look about. No one here. Good, clear prop. Do that in a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and get some electricity to the vehicle. All right, and we'll go ahead and get the magnetos turned on. Get some lights on so that people will know we are mucking about. Now we can yell clear prop. All right, we'll go ahead and get the aircraft started. There we go. Good start on one. Now we'll go ahead and start number two. And while they're coming up, we'll go ahead and cut on our avionics. And we'll get all that situated, and then we will turn on Say Intentions. So the videos for getting started with this, very, very well done, right? It's easy to get set up. One of the things that you're going to want to do to get yourself a SimBrief account, the free one, because you can create flight plans in it and import it right into Say Intentions, and you can talk to the tower and they'll pick up your clearance. Like I said, this is ingenious stuff. Okay, let me see if I might be able to has successfully transitioned over to the other monitor. Okay, so this is what the say intentions interface looks like. I'll make this a little bigger. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to click on New Flight. And I'm going to do VFR. And yes, it does support VFR.
Columbia 151 Lima Charlie, ready to copy IFR. I'm working on that clearance, stand by.
As we listen to my Alexa in the background.
Center, our destination is regional, Johnson Regional. The call letter sign for that is KJNX for 51 Lima Charlie.
So we're going to get to listen to some chatter because we're tuned in here.
KHRJ, then as filed, climb maintain 7000, departure 11935.
Okay.
Squawk 6272 for 51 Lima Charlie.
So this particular screen lets you configure your account. I'm not going to run through all this. There's way too much for a video, particularly with this focus. So you put in your SimBrief credentials. You put in your credentials here for, say, intentions. You have the opportunity to customize your hardware. So I'm using a Black Shark version 2.0 microphone. I have control buttons assigned on my joystick for comms and also for intercom to be able to talk to my co-pilot should I choose to do that. There's traffic settings here that you can have added in. Live weather source, then you can pick your ATC experience, right? So student pilot's going to be a little bit more forgiving, so I thought it might be good to do that here. And lots of other things to configure. So this is pretty much about it for getting configured, right? So one of the things that you're going to notice in the interface is it is going to give you a handy way of being able to access your frequencies if you choose. They've also recently released an app for your phone and for your tablet, which is really, really cool. So anyway, I played around with it a little bit. Well, maybe we'll do a video on that too. All right, so one of the things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to listen to your ATIS. So you need to listen to your weather, and that'll give you a key phrase for what version of ATIS you are using. You'll have to supply that either to the to clearance or to your ground, depending on what you're doing. So let's go ahead and tune in and listen to the ATIS for Piedmont Triad.
E0. Sky conditions, broken at 2700 feet. Broken at 4600 feet. Broken at 9500 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet.
Okay, so it's going to tell us that we have information kilo. Right, so several things you're going to want to note here. Your altimeter setting is 30.16, so we'll deal with that. I'll switch over here to the ground frequency. Okay, so 30.16 on the altimeter. So we'll come off of standard. And we'll get that ready to rock. Okay, so that should be good. So that's all set. I'm not sure why we were having an echo. Well, we'll get that sorted for the next video.
Information kilo.
Okay, so information kilo. So get in the habit of taking notes. Air traffic control is going to spew a bunch of stuff at you rapidly if you're not used to doing this. And then you're going to have to speak that back, right? So to verify that communication has taken place and that everyone is on the same page. The air traffic control will give you instructions, and then you are supposed to read that back just to make sure that everything is tidy and proper. Okay, so we'll get going here in just a sec, and we'll go ahead and open up our communication with Greensboro Ground. So if you're going to fly VFR, you don't have to put in a flight plan and sim brief. What you're going to do, instead of contacting clearance, is to contact ground and then let them know that you are flying an aircraft of a particular type and that you are VFR to your destination, and you're going to want to request flight following. So that should set you up, and we will go from there. Make sure you have your tail number jotted down, and you have in your head that you're going to tell them what type of aircraft you are flying, and let's see how they respond. Greensboro Ground, this is November 123 Alpha Zulu, type Cessna 414, flying VFR to Concord. We have information Kilo requesting flight following, and it will process, and we should get a response here in a second.
Cessna 3 Alpha Zulu, on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure on 124.35, squawk 2626.
Departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500 feet. Departure, contact 124.35, squawking 2626. November 123 Alpha Zulu. Okay, we just got confirmation that our readback is correct. I need to set my transponder here. There we go. There we go, 2626. Okay, so that looks good. We've got our altimeter set at 30.06. 30.16 correction. So now we're ready to finish getting our aircraft configured and then ready to taxi after we let ground know that we are ready to go. Greensboro Ground, November 123 Alpha Zulu, ready to taxi.
Cessna 3 Alpha Zulu, taxi to runway 32 via Alpha. Contact tower on 119.1 when ready for departure.
Taxiing to runway 32 via Alpha. We'll contact tower on 119.1. 123 Alpha Zulu. So as you can see, the experience is quite spot on. It was a lot of fun. All right, so get my little nav map loaded here. Move that out of the way. Okay. taxi instructions were to taxi to runway 32. So we are close to 32 in this particular parking. Let's jump outside the plane and switch over into the sim. Okay, there we go. All right, so we'll do our control check here. Good. Parking brake can come off. And we'll go ahead and start moving with the aircraft. My rudder pedals are going to be a little finicky with me today.
SkyWest 4722 requesting our IFR clearance.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
SkyWest 4722, we're cleared to Chicago via the Trisha 1 departure that is filed, climbing and maintaining 4,000, expecting flight level 360. 10 minutes after departure on 124.35, squawking to 456, expecting runway 23 right.
And we are having all sorts of control difficulties here. I'm going to restart spadnext. Not sure what the heck's going on here. Anyway, this is what makes this fun. Okay. Let's try this now. And we will make our way down here to runway 32. Alright, so once we get down, we will get to the hold short line and stop, and then we'll contact the tower. Okay, our hold short markings. Say, coming up here. All right. Get stopped here. Change our frequency to 119.1. And let's talk to the tower. Greensboro Tower, November 123 Alpha Zulu, holding short, runway 32, ready for departure.
Cessna 123 Alpha, Zulu, Greensboro Tower, runway 32, wind 030 at 4, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 030 at 4, cleared for takeoff, 123 Alpha Zulu. Alright, so we've been cleared onto the active. Take a look around for safety's sake. And the very first time I took off in an aircraft, I took off from this runway. As was my first landing. Okay, just gonna stop here. Jump back inside the airplane. Let's do a quick check around. Gauge is good. All right, I think we're ready to roll. start our takeoff run here. And positive rate. Gear coming up. They did not give us this instruction, but we're going to maintain runway heading here for a minute or three.
Cessna 3 Alpha Zulu, contact departure on 124.35.
Okay, so we're doing a comm handoff with us. November 123 Alpha Zulu. Frequency change. Sometimes you draw a blank. That's okay. Okay, I've got my frequency changed here. Yeah, Greensboro departure, November 123 Alpha Zulu is with you. 2,900 feet, half a mile from KGSO.
Cessna 123 Alpha Zulu, Greensboro departure, radar contact.
Roger, 123 Alpha Zulu. Okay, since we're flying VFR and they haven't given us any other instructions, we are now to our own navigation, and we're responsible for staying out of the controlled airspace. So this particular flight is to Concord, and there is a Bravo airspace that we'll have to enter. So we will have to explicitly request clearance into the Bravo airspace in order to be able to make it to our destination airport, which is Concord Regional. So the other thing that I think makes this fun is that you do need to pay attention to charts and altitude specifications and the different types of controlled airspaces that you might be dealing with. But at any rate, I thought this might be a cool experience just to check out what Say Intentions is all about. Alright, we're not going to do the whole flight. This is about 45 minutes or so for us to get to Concord from Greensboro. But I hope the video has been useful. Maybe it has piqued your interest in terms of wanting to give Say Intentions a try. Again, there is a 24-hour free trial, and then there is then you can sign up for a paid monthly subscription. And then you can also go to a yearly plan to save a little bit of money. So that's what I will be doing once my monthly is up. All right, I'm going to leave it here. We would invite you to become a channel member and like and subscribe. All those things help us out. We'd love to have you along. We're constantly making new content. But again,
305 Lima Charlie. Columbia 1 Lima Charlie, proceed direct. Charlie Foxtrot 23 Lima, descend and maintain 3100 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 left approach.
This adds an abundance of
Lima, send and maintain
immersion for me, and I am really enjoying the product. So perhaps you might as well. And you can also do
Columbia 1 Lima
IFR.
Charlie, contact Greensboro Tower on 119.1.
But there we have it. All right, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to finish my flight back to Concord. As always, I hope everybody is keeping well. And until next time, cheers, y'all.